now are gone, yet the fool lives on. Hamakom yunachim etchem, hamakom yunachim aravili, Zion v'Yerushalayim. It is hard to sing of oneness when our world is need to guide us. Give us strength to find our way. Hamakom yunachim etchem, hamakom yunachim etchem, hamakom yunachim, Zion v'Yerushalayim. We gather today to commemorate and honor the life of Anne Burke. With any death, a piece of the divine spark is taken from the world. We gather to respect and reaffirm God's image in every person. Those who Anne touched form a community here. In your grief, we are together to express the love, joy, and meaning that Anne brought to our lives. Mourning is a time filled with many emotions, many memories, both bitter and sweet. In this difficult time, may Anne's loved ones find that God is with them always, even in their times of greatest pain. Their sorrow is heard, their losses felt. Hear them, O God, be with them. We begin our service with a recitation of psalms, prayers, and Psalm 23. Adonai ro'i lo echsar, binot desha yarbitzeni al me menuchot yanachaleni, nafshi yishovev, yancheni b'ma'aglei tzedek lama'an shemo, gam ki elech begeitz al mavet, lo ira ra, ki ata imadi, shivtecha umishantecha, hema yanachamuni, ta'aroch lifanai shulchan neged tzororai, Dishanta b'shemen ro'edir defuni kol yamei chayai, v'shavti b'veit Adonai la'orech yamim. Adonai is my shepherd, I shall not want. God makes me lie down in green pastures, leads me beside still waters, and restores my soul. You, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You have set a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You have anointed my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days. Birth is a beginning, and death a destination, and life is a journey from awareness and ignorance to knowing, from foolishness to discretion, and then perhaps to wisdom, from weakness to strength or strength to weakness, and often back again, from health to sickness, and back we pray to health again, from offense to forgiveness, from loneliness to love, from joy to gratitude, from pain to compassion, and grief to understanding, from fear to faith, from defeat to my place along the way, but in having made the journey stage by stage, a sacred pilgrimage. Birth is a beginning, and death a destination, and life is a journey, a sacred pilgrimage to life everlasting. Esa einai el heharim me'ayin yavo Ezri, Ezri me'im Adonai, osei shamayim va'aretz. I turn my eyes to the mountains. From where will my help come? My help comes from Adonai, maker of heaven and earth. God will not let your foot give way. Your guardian will not, nor the moon by night. Adonai will guard you from all harm. God will guard your life. Adonai will guard your going and coming, now and forever. Beth, I'd like to invite you to share a poem at this time. I have a copy if you'd like.
I am standing upon the seashore. A ship at my side spreads her white sails to the moving breeze, cloud, just where the sea and sky come to mingle with each other. Then someone at my side says, "There, she is gone." Gone where? Gone from my sight. That is all. She is just as large in mast, hull, and spar as she was when she left my side. And she is just as able to bear her load of living freight to her destined port. Her diminished size is in me, not in her. And just at that moment when someone says, "There, she is gone," there are other eyes watching, and that is dying.
In his sorrow, Job cried out, "Adonai natan v'Adonai lakach, Yehi Shem Adonai mevarach." God has given, God has taken away. Blessed be the name of God. An ancient people, we are well acquainted with grief and with the valley of shadows. Death and sorrow are not strangers to us, yet the centuries have taught us that a good name endures beyond the grave, and that there is strength in faith. With Job we say, Adonai Natan, God, you have given. You gave us a loved one who will not be forgotten. For all that was good and enduring in her life, we offer the deepest thanks of our hearts into an altar of trust before which we acknowledge your sovereignty and love. And now we say, Yehi Shem Adonai mevarach. Blessed be the name of God, now and forever. Marianne.
Together, having lived a life, Anne, my friend and chosen mother, was a gift to this world. And today, as we say goodbye, my heart is filled with immense gratitude for the life she lived and the love she shared. I am grateful for her love. She loved me not despite my faults, but with it. She reinforced in me that true love is about acceptance and seeing the best in each other, even when we don't always see it in ourselves. I am grateful for her strength, the way life. She believed life was meant to be experienced, not just lived. Travel, different cultural experiences, willingness to step outside my comfort zone. Most of all, I'm grateful for the time that I had with her. Every moment, every conversation. Anne, thank you. I promise to live my life in a way that would make you proud, to love as fiercely as you loved me, and to always be grateful for your life. In closing, I'd like to share a poem that touched my heart and my grief. Talia Hunter wrote a beautiful love letter from those who have passed on. This poem made me think of Anne as if she was really talking to me. And maybe she's talking to you too. Me and radiated outwards, allowing it to touch and impact others. Take the memory you have of me and use it as a source of inspiration to live fully, meaningfully, and intentionally. Take the image you have of me in your mind and allow it to fuel you to take action, seize the day, and be reminded of what is most important in life. Take the care of love, and take the pain and grief you feel following my loss and alchemize it into love, compassion, and beauty. Build a castle from the wreckage of my passing and allow it to unlock your greatness and potential and empower you to become more than you ever thought you were capable of being. And know that I can never truly leave you, and I will always remain beside you, watching over you in spirit, and that the love I have for you lives on through the connections you form, the kindness, and through the storms and chaos of life. And I'm always beside you, walking with you, laughing with you, crying with you, and smiling with you. I'm brave, and I'm proud of you for being you.
We are gathered here today to honor, to remember Hannah bat Avraham v'Sarah, friends and the world around her, and demonstrated the values of acceptance, inclusion, perseverance, and the power of good deeds. Her legacy, family was at the core of who Anne was. Anne's love extended beyond traditional boundaries. She created family wherever she went, showing us that family is not just about blood, but about love and choice. Strong moral compass, she knew right from wrong, and though she did draw the line at getting a tattoo. The depth of her relationships. Anne maintained close ties with the family of her first husband, Keith, and her daughter-in-law from her second husband, Irv. Relationships. And then with Aaron, she found a love that was truly lifelong. Together, they spent 41 wonderful years, a perfect match in every way. They complemented each other beautifully, sharing, and she chose to convert independently, though it strengthened, many of which lasted a lifetime, spanning over 80 or even 90 years. She enjoyed especially being a part of her temple Havurah and was dedicated to making others feel welcome, ensuring that others felt seen and cared for. Anne always remained steadfast in her connections. A force of nature, Anne was strong in her convictions, yet exceptional in her ability to adapt and grow. She was open-minded in spirit and heart. But I found that when the world didn't change fast enough, Anne took it upon herself to move it forward. She was deeply civic-minded, always involved in causes close to her heart. She felt a strong responsibility to social justice and worked tirelessly, learned important lessons about resilience and joy. Whether through her art or her stylish outfits, the confidence was worth cultivating. Anne was more than just an art teacher. She was an inspiration. She didn't just instruct her students, but she gave them the tools to create and to see the world through an artist's eyes. Anne taught her students that every moment had color, every person was a masterpiece in progress, and every experience could be shaped into something meaningful. Anne had an adventure exploring 6 continents. As a lifelong learner, traveling wasn't just about seeing new places. It was about immersing herself in new cultures, bringing home stories, art, and wisdom, and forming connections with people of all backgrounds. Anne's strength was quiet but powerful. She bore great pain without complaint, never dwelling in self-pity. Instead, she led by example, as with everything, showing resilience, determination, and a love for life. Confidence she instilled in her students. Even as she nail polish, she was still full of life, curiosity, and wonder. She was a woman of intellect and heart, a mother, a friend, a guide. Her presence will be deeply missed, but her lessons, her strength, those who knew her. And so now we let Anne go into the safety of God's eternal embrace. As one miracle ends, another begins. Our tradition calls it shalom, peace. May Anne's memory be a blessing, and may we continue to honor.
stars up above, so far away we only see their light. Long, long after that we loved, their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that these are the lights that go Ramagia Arza Ramagia Aram Yeshana Shaminam Waminam Od Betochenu Becheshkat Halayil Heim Shemarim Adam Adam Etaderem Shemarim Adam Etaderech as we live Etaderech as we live our days. These are the ways.
At this time, I invite you, if you are able, to please rise. I invite you, if you are able, to please rise as we recite the words of
Malerachamim shochen bam mamim shochen bam mazir bal Adonayu nachalata mishkava v'nomar amen.
God of abundant mercy, God most high, may the soul of our gift of perfect peace in your embrace, together with the holy and pure, whose light shines like the radiance of heaven. Compassionate God, hold her close to you forever, so that her soul may be bound close to you forever, so that her soul may be bound up in the bond of life eternal. Take extra caution, and if eternal. Take extra caution, and if you feel like you may have a problem there, and take your time, or if you'd like, you can choose to stay here at Temple while we go to the cemetery. Following this, the family has provided a meal of consolation as an opportunity for us to share memories, and additionally on Tuesday night and Wednesday night with a Shiva Minyan to start at 7 p.m. At this point, we invite our pallbearers to come forward.